This might seem controversial. It might seem like I'm being a jerk. But I am at the age where, I've said this before, I can no longer be friends with women who are male centered and boy crazy. Yes, I'm doing this to show off my new press on nails. With that being said, I can't do calling me several times a week to vent for hours and hours on end and go around in circles about a guy that you have been venting and complaining about for months now. You're asking, what should I do about Rick? What should I do about Dwayne? What should I do about Chad? And I'm just like, I don't know, maybe the same thing that I told you the last 15 times you asked me what you should do. Now, don't get it twisted. This is not to be confused with a situation where maybe you've been in a relationship for a long time and you're going through a breakup or you're going through a divorce or there's some kind of tragic family crisis event that really does need my support and attention. I'm not talking about that. I am talking very much about the man-centered woman who's very much boy crazy, and she's always getting mixed up in some shit with some no good guy because she just has to have a boyfriend and she just has to get married and she just has to settle down. She's obsessed with it, so much so that she attaches herself to these no good ass dudes, which caused so much drama and chaos in her life. And then now I'm having to be the free therapy and sounding board as she gets herself into these crazy situations with these guys. I officially knew that I was done being that type of friend when I think it was about maybe 2 years ago. I used to be friends with this woman and she called me and she was like, yeah, this guy I went on a date with called me a bitch. What should I do? Should I stop talking to him or what? And this is not a teenager. I can understand they need guidance. This is a new world to them. This was very much a grown woman in her late 30s. That's immediately when I knew I need to change the type of women that I decide to be friends with. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have issues and crises that happen in your life, but I can't do the boy crazy, male-centered, obsessed with the relationships, every week's got a new problem after you just talked about this shit last week type of situation. You know what I mean? And another thing that I found with these types of women is that you will always be there for them, but they will never be there for you. If you ever need advice or to talk about something, they might listen for a few minutes, but they will somehow flip, flop, and spin it into talking about them and their problems again. And oftentimes, this type of friend will completely ditch you and act like you don't exist. Those moments, those small seasons in time when things are going great in her relationship. There's nothing wrong with dating and relationships and wanting to be married and all that shit, but there's a total difference in, being cool with your life, and if those things happen, they happen, no pressure, and then someone that's just obsessed with it, they want to get it by any means necessary. I talk about relationship issues and patriarchy and misogyny and internalized misogyny and all that shit for a living. Outside of that, when I am with my friends in real life, we don't talk about this shit. We don't have drama with men. We just, that's not what we do. There's more to life than worrying about some ignorant ass dude and what he's doing and what he's not doing. And oh my gosh, what does this text mean? He called me and his voice tone was this. What does that mean? Oh, he's been rude and cold to me. What should I do? Fuck him. And not in the good way. That's what you should do. And at this point in my life, being 40, I want to surround myself with women who very much know that. Like, we're past that at this point,